Lower bracket, round 2 means the winner of this best of 3 goes to Shanghai. LawLiet was so disappointed when he didn't qualify last time. But now he seems to be in shape. This week seems to be his week after the slump he was in for many months. But he won Holds Cup. He did well in the group stage after dropping in the first game. And now he makes his way through the lower bracket with a win against Remind. Romantic on the other side. What a big surprise this was for him to be top 4 at GCS Summer. Nobody really expected this. His Night Elf matchup is not that great, and especially if you see the statistics against LawLiet, there seemed to be one clear favorite. And LawLiet said, okay, if I start on the left, I will go Warden. And this is exactly what we get. LawLiet's Warden play, still one of the best in the world. With massive blink and fan of knives action. We were talking about this in Discord before the game. He seems to be confident about this. Romantic decides to go for an Archmage. He is a little different from TH and Infi. They're both from, they are all from China, of course, Yumiko as well. But he's not very influenced by TH and Infi's play. He has his own style and his own opinion on things. So his expansions usually come up a lot later, due to more harass in the early game. And of course he saw, LawLiet losing an archer to this. There's massive harass, you see it, the footman and the peasant already. So this is a very bad creep spot for LawLiet. He is not allowed to lose that Engine of War, but oh my god, the Warden is so low already. Romantic doing a fine job in harassing this. Now the Archmage comes in, Shadow Strike to get rid of it, but he has to invest a lot of Moon Juice already. And this Renegade might be go towards Romantic. Oh boy, that would be horrible. Archer gone, he can't last hit this. Level 2 for him, he gets a lot of last hits. Warden is coming back with only 50%. Shadow Strike cancelled. Not going in against the 2 footmen, but the Renegade Wizard is still alive. And this early pressure is just so good. He needs the Shadow Priest, but he's out of stock. Is there reveal? No, he's not. Did Romantic steal it? The Shadow Priest? I'm not too sure. LawLiet waiting for the last hit. Romantic getting the Berserker. More hits on the Warden. Romantic is playing this so well. Oh, the Warden dies! The experience will go to Romantic and he's close to level 2. Gets a Claws of Attack +9. This is one of the best items that he could get. And this opening for LawLiet is the worst he could have thought of. Archer gone. No Shadow Priest. No Berserker. Warden dead. Almost 0 experience. And immediate level 3 for Romantic. On the flip side, there is no expansion yet for Romantic. There's no tier 2 yet for Romantic. But another Shadow Priest. Warden was only level 1, so he did save the tree, the town portal here. And Romantic is pushing forward. He pulls a lot of militia. The Warden was dead, and the Engine of War is far away, so he's trying to militia rush this. First Engine of War goes down. He builds the second one back in the base. Master Spell against this Water Elemental, but he doesn't have that many Lumber Wisps anymore. Oh, this looks bad. 2 archers only. He produces more, of course, but here is the militia. No Fan of Knives to work against this. He has to snipe the Shadow Priests to get rid of the healing, but all this normal damage is so bad. And since he has to use spells to get rid of the units, the Moon Juice is completely empty. And Romantic is tower rushing him on tier 1 and it works flawlessly. Lumber Mill is coming up in the back. Archmage level 2. This is almost unstoppable at this point. More wisps. Oh, he's in tech. He's losing so many wisps. But he has almost 500 lumber, so that's okay. But there's no shop for potions. There's no Moon Juice anymore. The Warden almost dies. This one will come up soonish. But we have 2 guard towers and an arcane tower coming up. LawLiet will be supply stuck if this Moonwell falls. There's 60 Moon Juice that he can't use anymore. More archers coming in from the south. The Engine of War is moving up. And he's losing archers, but he gets rid of the towers. The arcane is up though. And if the arcane targets the warden exactly, he has to tap out. Oh my god. 6-minute game only on Echo Isles. Romantic had a plan. Romantic executed this plan very, very well. Militia scout, footman follow-up. LawLiet couldn't get rid of it. Couldn't finish the mercenary camp. And then the Archmage was just way too strong. The Warden was way too low. Lost the Warden and everything. From that point on, you can't do anything anymore, right? That was... And that is what makes Romantic so strong. He always has a plan going into the game. Obviously, everybody has a plan going into the game. But for him, I feel that things snowball really quickly. Like if the first little thing goes well, then the second thing goes well, so he gets better every time. Romantic one map away from going to Shanghai again. Ugri will be very happy about this. Can LawLiet come back into this? He is a force to be reckoned with against human. But what will the map be? Chimiko vs. Shao KK has started as well. If you want to see that, Chaco is casting it. Do we know if he lost the first map against Remind as well? That would definitely speak in favor of his comeback abilities. I mean, we saw how close he was to a defeat in the Night of Mirror, and he never gave up. Fought like a lion. But Romantic will have a plan of its own. So I don't know the vetoes. It's LawLiet's map pick now. I could see... Well, Terranas, obviously, if it's not vetoed. And Romantic left Terranas in the pool at GCS. So he seems to be okay playing it. And it is Ancient Isles. Ah, obviously. But he didn't veto Ancient Isles? Then he must be very afraid of Twisted? But he's not a bad tank player. Then he vetoed TS, maybe. But yeah, very hard to judge. If you don't know the vetoes. Map number 2. This could be the decider already in this series. The militia again, super aggressive. So the statistics slightly better for Romantic now than they were before the series, but can he seal the deal and can he book the flight to Shanghai? Demon Hunter first this time. This was the map where LawLiet annihilated Infi in 2015. Coming back into a crazy series back then at WCA. With Immolation and Huntress follow-up. He's not greedy. He's starting with a normal creep spot here with the Yoga Magi. And I'm really curious how Romantic plays AI. I'm not sure, I haven't seen him here in recent weeks. So usually he sends the Footman and the Archmage to harass. And then delay his expansion a lot, and then go into tier 2 stuff. But does this work on AI. I kind of doubt it, and maybe he has a different plan for this. Footman again, trying to scout for a super greedy creep, which we will not see here. Demon Hunter is out. Did not deny the first Mauler. And also Romantic, starting with the creep here. But again, not going for an immediate expansion, going level 2 first, playing it safe and sound. LawLiet is not allowed to last hit this. And he cancels it last second. Ring of Protection for him. For Immolation, quite okay. A little faster than human, of course. And again, Claws of Attack. Massive damage boost for the Archmage, which is quite a decent-ish attacker. Against archers it is. And this is level 2 for the Demon Hunter. Now the question is Immolation or Mana Burn. Super aggressive play? Or is he going for the long run? He's still not creeping. He's checking. Okay, is he going for the lab? Is he going for the Merc camp? Did he pull some stuff? Always, that's the information that Romantic got from this little move. He does not expose his main base, going for a scout tower. He's not cutting corners at all. Very, very balanced play here. Even creeping this little green one before. So LawLiet is going for the Shadow Priest, which is already better than the game on EI was. So this is the spell. There is another Wisp to dispel this as well. And now comes the creep of Romantic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 militia only. That's not too much. He has a staff and still did not decide for a second spell. It could still be Immolation. It could still be Mana Burn. Oh, he's going into the main. The Arcane Tower is about to be up. Oh, halfway through. That was a nice time by LawLiet. And he's harassing with the Shadow Priest and the Archers. How much experience can he get here? He's letting the Arcane Tower finish while dealing a lot of damage to the economy. Great play. And he forces the Town Portal. That was really good. But the Demon Hunter is surrounded there. Might be forced into a TP as well. But he can't really attack from too many angles. The evasion is kicking in. But he doesn't want to lose too much HP here, since it all costs Moon Juice. But how many corpses? Oh, it's only one corpse? Okay. But it's plus the Town Portal. Plus the again delayed expansion. And everything is so hurt. Everything is so hurt. Since Immolation costs a lot of mana, you don't want to lose too much HP. I kind of like that. Battle for the boots, as it seems.
A player's forces are under attack.
Archmage will get it if he wants to go for it. No, dust only. Against the hidden archers, of course. Berserker now as well. It did finish. It's close to level 3. But he's going for a tower first against Immolation, obviously. There's still a Wisp in the base, but LawLiet is losing quite a bit of HP here against the Water Elemental. It's only level 1, but he wants this experience desperately. But I think he can follow it up really with Immolation afterwards. Archmage with that Claw and Boots can hunt him down quite a bit. And I think he's a little over-aggressive here. But early tier 2, backing it up. Oh, there's no Hunter's Hall, but a counter. There's the Hunter's Hall. And the Demon Hunter staffing out there. So, Panda second, counter expansion, Hunter's Hall. That means pretty normal play. He did a good job in defending or delaying that expansion, but he cannot afford to lose that Overseer to him, and he didn't. Breath of Fire, he got a second claw, though very unlucky. So good for the Archmage. And Romantic is slowly but steady coming back into this. Expansion, 2/3 done. Panda is gonna be surrounded there. That was very obvious. The staff is on cooldown. He has to fight himself out, but I don't think he's gonna get it. No, with the massive right clicks on the Archmage, the Panda falls. Immolation is not enough to fight out of there. And he loses the Shadow Priest as well. Nice recovery by Romantic. Really, really well done. And that delays a lot of timings from LawLiet now. He can't really push the economy anymore. This is another archer. Is this the psychological advantage of Romantic? He seems to be stronger there in that regard. He can't follow up this harass now. Everything is hurt. There's no shop. And a Panda would be amazing now to just go here, cast a Breath of Fire, try to kill peasants. But it's not working. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter finally. It's the 1-1-1 build for mana burn. So that seems to be kind of the end for Water Elementals for now. But he cancels the lore! He just gets better and better pickups here and there. LawLiet pauses the game, maybe some spikes. He's still in Korea, not the greatest thing compared to the Chinese thing. But of course still okay and not unfair at all. And here we go. We don't see the chat, so a little bit of experience. Romantic has started his tier 2, so that's not even late at all. 7 minutes 30, that's more than fine. But he didn't scout the expansion. There's no Nature's Blessing, so this will take forever.
Town is under siege.
And especially with this one lore,
His forces are under attack.
he's kind of pushing the clock. But also Romantic has lost a lot of HP. Nice micro, saving all those footmen. And this value of the Scroll of Regeneration is massive now. There is only one tower. LawLiet still with problems, as it seems. It's of course very unfortunate. The ping is important, especially in a tournament like this. So, AI is the worst human map. By far. That's why I was so surprised that it wasn't vetoed. But Romantic is handling this really, really, really well. Even though LawLiet exploited the early game a bit.
A town is under siege.
Now he's moving in again. With Immolation. Distracting here, so he buys time for his expansion creep. Which will give the Panda level 2.5. But he will lose a lot of mana here, and without Immolation he can't really do too much. Gets one kill of it, but that's about it. He has to staff out of this soon. Nice micro by Romantic to save all the workers, or basically all the workers except one. Now there's not enough damage, but he's out of mana, and uses a lot of Moon Juice again. Dryads are coming, tier 3 has started, and the Panda gets up to level 2.5 as I said. Ring of Protection +3 is not the greatest item of all time, obviously. But the counter expansion is up. Not running, but up. And I think Romantic for the first time has no idea what's going on. Like, why is he not pushing? He must know soon, because he's not pushing, obviously. He's playing a little bit of SimCity with a blacksmith here. Could be following it up with a lumber mill as well, Yumiko style. Demon Hunter, does he want to go for the harass again? He's being caught. The clarity was cancelled, but the Panda finds a lot of time. And that's key. If you get a level 3 Panda before there's a good amount of breakers, then I think you have a very, very solid chance of breaking the human at tier 2. This must be a Naga, I think. In a bit, tier 2 is done. And that's level 3 here. What's he waiting for? Don't know the resources. He has 1,300 gold. Gets a good chunk of XP with a Dryad, with a Slow, with a Dispel. And yeah, it's a Naga. Basically a no-brainer. He could go for Mountain King, but not on AI, I think. Now Romantic saw the movement of the army from there, and he sees the level 3. Demon Hunter gets another pickup. And it's hard for Romantic now to get rid of the map control of LawLiet against the Dryads. I like how he splits the Dryads, one with a Demon Hunter, one with a Panda. And more creeping will be done. Now Romantic scouts it. Can't cancel things anymore. There's only 4 Wisps in. Finally a claw for the Demon Hunter, who's checking out the base. And he can just walk in there. That's not supposed to be happening. But okay, Immolation. There wasn't a heal scroll or a regen scroll used, so he gets 1 kill, he gets 2 kills, and he will get the 3rd kill as well. Well microed. Archmage is there to get rid of the Moon Wells, as he was ready to get up to 60 supply. Master Bears are coming. Oh, this is a good harass. And again, he staffs out at the right time. The Archmage Does not want to kill him. Dryads are there for more experience. Level 4. Super close. Romantic scouts this now. Maybe a little bit of a wasted ward. But I'm not too sure of this one. No workshop. Just riflemen. And sorcerers coming. Usually the human explodes into 70 food. Romantic was banking heavily. LawLiet has master now. Can go up to 60. Needs another Moonwell though. Okay, he's getting ready for 80 already. They both steal their opponent's red spot. Giving level 4 to the panda. And the item here, Ankh of Reincarnation, not that bad. But also he would have loved another item. Heal wards even would be great here. Panda level 4 Mana Stone. That is the perfect item for him. And there's no breakers yet, so the panda is still maybe the most important unit on the battlefield right now. The breakers are coming in fast, so I think LawLiet might be forced into a fight soon. He has Master Bears, he has Berserkers, he has a level 4 panda, super strong. Expo is up and running, still with only 4. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Yeah, how much gold does it get him? 5,300, 5,800, so 500 gold in the main. And the flute is okay. The Romantic is not doing too much with his time. Okay, he got the double heal scroll, which is nice, and he's preparing for a 70 supply push. Is LawLiet too greedy? He's only getting an upkeep now. He might need to buy a little bit more time. With some kind of a distraction. Level 4, now level 2 mana burn. That's big. Stabs his Demon Hunter back immediately. Oh, he might get backstabbed here. Needs to run away as fast as he can. Oh, but he's not doing it. There will be slow casted. Nice. Rejuvenation Dispel immediately or Roar. And the panda! Almost surrounded there. He can't get out. He doesn't have a staff. Level 2 on the Naga. Where's the Demon Hunter to staff him out? Is there a staff on him? You have only the staff of teleportation. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. But the panda is kind of stuck there. He's really surrounded there. And he loses that panda. What a mistake. Because the staff was on him and he doesn't have a second one. Now without the Breath of Fire, he has to go all out hero focus. But there's no potion on him as well. There's no healing. There are breakers, so the rejuvenation will be stolen all the time. There's 2 bears not in the fight. Morphing them now. LawLiet's still moving forward a bit, but that's of course the obvious kiting game from the human. That is on purpose. Engine of War is helping as well. Can he get him from the tavern? I don't know the resources. Nah, he doesn't have the resources for the tavern revive. He has to play this with his Demon Hunter only, but the focus fire with Naga and Rifleman is pretty damn hard, and the Korean is losing way too much. This little creep camp, he was in such a good position, and the multitasking of Romantic coming back in strong, scout towers up, doesn't even need the ivories that he still has there. He used 2 heal scrolls, so that was a big investment, but it paid off so well. Let's take a look at the pop. 71 versus 77. The panda only halfway back, and now towers crawling forward. Right clicks do a lot of damage, and here we go. If this expo falls, LawLiet might be out of the tournament. Following Remind that he beat before, and so in his roommate. But as long as there's the Demon Hunter, never count him out. Romantic is playing this again with a lot of patience. Waiting for the towers so he can retreat into the towers, lure the bears into the towers, and the panda is still not there. Dryads and Berserkers split from the rest of the army to get rid of them. But it's taken some time, and wow, what a block line. No upgrades, but there's so many of them stealing the Reju over and over and over again. Level 3 on the Naga, with Fog Lightning level 2 now, of course. And Romantic, who brought us so much joy during GCS summer, he might be qualified again after this. Staff out, is it enough? Close but no cigar. Pressure continues. The panda's back. He's refreshed. He does have the flute. He does have the claw. He does have the mana stone. He carries the damage. But for how much longer? The wisps are not repairing. Is LawLiet overwhelmed? Will he TP into this to force a counter TP? No. The Tree of Life is gone. Giving him a level 5 Archmage. He was waiting a little bit too long to break upkeep. He was creeping a little bit too greedy. He wasn't investing into his second staff, only now. But that's too late. The panda can't get past the breaker wall. He's in a horrible position. It's the worst panda position imaginable. He's almost full mana. But where are the breaths? Only now. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire against a few of the casters. He's fighting him back, but again slow. This is done on purpose by Romantic. Heal scrolls over and over and over. The bears are getting forward though. Good micro here, but the Demon Hunter is low again. The panda, where is he? Didn't do too much damage. Scroll of the Beast, basically. All of the roar was taken over. And on the Rifleman, that is a difference maker. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire was nice. No more heal scrolls on the human side. But he always has the better up. And look at this. Whoa. Good micro by LawLiet. But what's it worth if your opponent pushes forward and is expanding? He is occupying everything on this map. LawLiet's main base is like the village of Asterix and Obelix right now. And Romantic is the Romans. Everything on AI was occupied by Romantic. All of Ancient Isles? Against the level 5 Archmage, you can't really dispel the water torrents anymore. He's trying to break the expansion now, but that of course opens up the base wide. There's only 2 towers. He wants to creep? Relying on his heroes again, maybe? No, he just retreats. Altar of Elders gone! And the key is the breaker line. I said when LawLiet was creeping the mercenary camp, is he giving him too much time? He should fight now. Because that was the perfect time for him to fight. And the panda again. Where should he go? Where can you go from here? He's not hitting too much again. Raw being casted. The Demon Hunter's not doing damage to the units at all. It's just bears against breakers at this point. And in the back are casters, almost untouched. Now the Demon Hunter is breaking through. There was one heal scroll that he used. And the position is getting better. That was a massive one! But how well are the right clicks? The staff is still on cooldown. There we go. Demon Hunter safe. And that's level 5. He does have one more breath. Is he really fighting back into this? That would be a gigantic performance if he somehow wins this with bears. And he forces a town portal. He can easily afford it. Losing 2 more breakers. Nice Breath of Fire. But no follow-up. Double level 5. There's no shop here. So he uses only 1 scroll regeneration. But he has access to the shop. Plus a lot of gold, I imagine. Yeah, 1,000 gold for more heal scrolls. It's only 1 available, though. And LawLiet is searching his luck in hero focuses. The fight starts so bad for him. But then he kind of fights this little nook to squeeze his heroes through. But the big problem is this number. 800. That's all the gold he has. Romantic has 1,300. Romantic has 4,600. Romantic has 8,800. And he's mining from all of them. It is a matter of time until Romantic wins this, except if we see level 6. Somehow. But how is this supposed to be working? For Dryad to scout a bit, or Invis Water Elemental to scout. Nice. Good block. Good block. Oh, this is so annoying. He's running into an invisible wall. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Basically the last stand for LawLiet. 250 gold. He has a potion. That's it. Use the mana stone. He does have full mana. Reveal being used. Nice. So he gets a little chunk of experience. Actually, not that little anymore. Yeah, why would Romantic push out of this? There's no reason. The main gold mines are gone. LawLiet can try to walk with the Ents, and that's what he's doing. Calling all the Ents. He does have Nature's Blessing, but the problem is this is not really wide open. So if he goes through there with buildings, then the bears can pass and the heroes can't pass. 95 supply for Romantic. With mortar teams now. It's still tier 2 though. 95 supply of tier 2. And he's giving up the main base. LawLiet does with his 60 supply. The moon wells are all empty. The main base of Romantic will be gone in a bit too. Subby Mask for the Panda is nice. Level 5.5 for him. He will be supply stuck of course, but that doesn't matter. So he's trying to break this expansion, but the problem is afterwards there's still gonna be the other expansion that lasts longer than the one on the right side. Town portal in by Romantic. This is 98 human supply, but the Panda's gonna have a treat, and that's why he's portaling back there. Nice. Breath of Fire against the repair was cool, but he needs the experience towards level 6. That's the only thing that can help him. He's moving forward. Fog Lightning doesn't really help, but whoa, that was a very, very good focus, and the Demon Hunter is once again out of the fight. Panda didn't get that much experience, and once again, he has to run away. What can he can't, okay, he has 3 Moonwells left, but Romantic defended his expansion. 36 supply advantage for the Chinese. But this is the beauty of Warcraft. The game is not over if you have 5/5 heroes. But let's be honest. If all things go normally, then Romantic wins this. Raw being casted, Raw being stolen. Demon Hunter back, out only 2/3 of XP. Panda coming back, but until then, 2 bears are falling, 3 bears have fallen. There's a good position for the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, but they didn't use it too well, hitting a lot of the breakers, which of course they don't care at all. A huge blocker line, level 6 on the Archmage, and he can't follow it up. He loses 1 bear after another. He's trying to get in, but no. GG! LawLiet loses 2-0, and Romantic is qualified for GCS Winter 2017, following Infi NTH as the 3rd human player of the tournament. So I wonder what's going on between Xiao KK and Chimiku. Do we have a result there as well? Very unfortunate for LawLiet. Very good week for him, winning Holds Cup, doing well here. But maybe the game won on Echo Owls broke his neck there. Xiao KK is also qualified. So 2 Koreans, 2 Chinese players get out of GCS Asian Qualifier number 2. And we can show you the grid once again. That is it. Moon, check. Romantic, Xiao KK. Those are the 4 players that not complete, but that follow up the lineup of GCS Winter, together with Infi120, TH, Fly Focus, and Life. That means we have 3 humans. 3 humans, 3 orcs, 3 night elves, and 1 undead. That makes it 10 players already. 4 more players are coming from a 3rd Asian qualifier, and 2 more are coming from Western qualifiers. And this will be our follow-up at 6 PM. We continue with the Western qualifiers here. And this will be played out, the Asian qualifier number 2, tomorrow. Once again at 1 PM CEST. Remo is going to join me then. And yeah. That's it for today. Many games have been casted here. Again, we started with 6 Koreans and 2 Chinese, and only Koreans have been eliminated today. Very strong showing of China. I wonder what Czech did so different that he defeated Romantic 2-0, because he looked so strong on Echo Owls and Ancient Isles. Very cool. It was a good tournament so far, but that was only the first of 2 tournaments that we are casting here today. We continue in less than 1 hour. I take a break. I have to eat something, since I'm online for 4 hours already. And then, we're gonna cast the Best of Europe, which is also a double elimination grid with 8 players. We do have, Foggy, Hawk, Cash, Orc Worker, Affect from Sweden, Razorman from Croatia, The Great Wall from Russia, and maybe Sonic or Imperius. I'm not aware if Sonic can play since his... Oh, Sonic will play! Okay, so his PC is basically back from the police, or he found another solution. Sonic will play against Cash. I will pause the stream for an hour, do a little refill of my energy, and then we will be back with GCS Winter Qualifiers, the Western Edition #1.